Good afternoon, everyone. Mabuhay Madayaw. I am Crizza Labra.
And I am Dicaya.
So for today's video, guys, we're going to review the events and management question. And so now, let's
Disclaimer. We're using a phone, but only the question.
Yes, this is for questioning purposes only.
Yeah.
Because we didn't memorize the questions. Okay.
So
now let's start.
Here is number 1. What are the characteristics of an event?
Okay, for the characteristics of an event, it is a one-of-a-lifetime experience. It is unique, it's generally costly on stage, and it brings people together, and it needs carefully attention of planning, coordinating, and evaluating.
So that's number 1.
And now here's my question to you. How do you manage contractor communication mechanism and why?
Contractor communication mechanism are handled by a licensed person and hierarchy of control and communication, appropriate tools, proper dissemination of information, difficult situation.
Yes. Prevent difficult situation.
So, number 3, what are the categories of an event?
Okay, we have family events, festival, entertainment, sports, marketing, fundraising, promotional, and business events.
Okay.
And here is my next question. What are the classification of events?
There are 4 classification of events. These are mega events, major events, minor events, and hallmark events. So those are the classification of an event. So next, number 5. What are the tasks of an event manager?
The task of event manager is information gathering, concept development, planning, coordinating, and evaluating.
Okay.
Gara-gara yun.
Gara-gara.
Okay, and for the next question is, how will you handle stressed out individuals in your team?
For me, if there's a stressed out member during the operation, I will pull out him or her, and I will pull out her or him in the the duties and come back. Until they recover. Yeah.
Woo! It's more fun in the Philippines.
Yeah. So number 7. Will you allow your team to move on-site furniture around any times or any place?
No, because we have some tasks need a appropriate person to do that task, especially those person who have expertise, and lifting and carrying furniture is responsibility of the venue or the contractor staffs.
Okay. Number 8.
Next question, number 8. What are the factors that should be considered in developing the concept?
So here are the factors considering the development concept. First is the format, purpose, team, venue, budget, what else? Timing, and behind the people of the event. Yeah, that's all. Next, what event has more risk, indoor or outdoor? How do you prevent and minimize this?
I guess for me, I believe outdoor and indoor events has its own risk. But for me, in this scenario is the outdoor events. Safety safety, security, and risk management issues are particular relevance on the outdoor events. Um, it require a um, doc- uh, planning and documentation and processes.
Processing.
Ay, processing di ay.
Yeah.
Processes! Processes. Hindi mo siya i-process.
Go.
Okay, next question. For you, how do you handle situations that require special barangay clearance?
Okay, the local government clearance are handled prior to the event. That's for. So, ito na to. Number 11. So, number 11. How to design an event concept for you?
To design a event concept, you must come up with your theme, consider your layout, and also most especially is do not over design your events and look for a supplier and sponsors and make a creative events, just like what I have said earlier, that events is a once in a lifetime experience.
Yeah.
Next question, asa na ta?
Number 12.
What is the correct way to display the Philippine flag vertically on a stage backdrop?
Red on the right. If horizontal, the red flag is in the
Nasa ubos.
below ba?
Below.
Yeah.
Ano na? Number ano na? Number 13.
What does protocol entail?
Protocol entails is the correct use of the national symbols, especially our Philippine flag, the anthem, and the military salutes.
Okay. Very good.
Parang again, next na ta. Tapos pasabi.
Sige, go.
What are the most important consideration when reading an event brief?
So, one of the most considering the following are the why, who, sorry, the why, who, how, and when. And also, there are alternate like the objectives, rules, and what else? Scope. So that's the most important consideration when reading the event brief. Sige, go. Saan na yun? So, saan na pa number?
50.
What to consider for an event concept?
The site access. Of course, the access to the venue, physical limitation, cleaning or the cleanliness, basic services, and also the toilet facilities, the catering, and safety.
Okay. So,
How to identify if the event is feasible or not?
the goodness of the idea, the venue for the event, and the event attractiveness, and also the flow of the event. Yeah. So, mana sila guro. So, what is SWOT? SWOT.
SWOT is the strength of the event, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats.
Okay, very good, Salanga.
Next question is, how would you classify the objectives of organizing an event?
Educational, social, commercial, and financial. So, what are the criteria are normally used when identifying and selecting the supplier?
The criteria includes are the experience, the staffing of, and also the equipment, accessibility, and competitive and technological capability, and um, reliability.
Yeah, kasi tinuod. So,
Dito.
so asa na ta dapit partner? Partner na po tayo ni Ron. Ayaw lang, kaya basta magkuhan ka. Yeah. So, asa na ta dapit?
Number 20. In choosing a venue, what are the important aspects that need to be checked?
The parking space, stairways, the entrance and exit. That's all. So, what are the major considerations for an event held day and night time?
For daytime is the traffic or the traffic condition, and for nighttime is the brownouts or power shortage.
So,
Okay, next. What is the major considerations for events held outdoors and indoors?
for the outdoors are the weather, the parking, and the access and the movement of control. Then for the indoor are the brownouts, the parking, are valet services. Where do creative abilities show in the event concept or stage setup?
Both. It both must be creative on its concept, stage, and venue setup.
Very good. Iba ito, manalibang tanong yung
Next is, how do you overcome management issues such as budget overruns?
So, management issues such as budget overruns overcome through transparency, tama ba? Transparency and constant communication with the principals. So, what are the considerations in selecting a venue?
In selecting a venue, the considerations are the event title, purpose of the event, flow of the event, and the number of attendees, background of the attendees or the clients, image required for the theme, facilities and service to be provided.
Good, very good.
What is the major factor in determining the type of events?
Market segment is the major factor is determining the types of events. So, 27. Where do you source information on potential venues and sites locally and electronically?
Information potential venues are sites sourced through local visitors, bureau, chamber of commerce, and industries, or the main source on our generation is, of course, one and only technology and internet.
Yeah.
Okay, partner. Next question is... Hindi mo naglalis, no? Next question is, what are the steps in targeting the market audience?
So, steps. Steps?
Yes.
So, patay steps. Key features. Target audience carefully. Next is identify identify the needs. Then learn how audience decide and organize the price and ticket program. Promote events. Lastly, asset efforts in marketing. Very good. Oh, parang last na ba dun? So, what is the impact of event on a local economy?
Event contribute to the local
Economy.
via to multiplier effect of visitors. Multiplier effects from suppliers, sponsors, and in retail of lodging, transformation, food and beverage services, and also in the economy.
Okay.
Okay, last and not least question is, what are the significance of sponsorship?
Cash or budget, the provision of value, sa command. IT support, provision of physical item, and added for these events. Yay! So,
That's all all questions
we
that
answered.
we answered for today's video.
So, thank you for
watching and listening with us. And that's all for today's video. Bye-bye! Mabuhay Malayaw!